Hey yo, what is up? It's your boy Ultimate again. In this video, we will talk about what magician's kit I'm aiming for. So, first things first, let's discuss the gears. As of now, most of you guys are probably already completed all the gears for magician. So, the first thing that you need to upgrade, in my own opinion, should be the weapon. Okay, so I chose the crit damage one because for me it gives better damage output. The 10% crit and 10% crit damage, that alone so much better than the element in this state of game, in this current state of game, or this current progression that we have right now. And then the next thing, once you hit level 60 epic level 2 for your weapon, you go with the accessories. Always choose the accessories. Upgrade it. Hit that 3-piece set effect for the necklace, bracers, and ring. It's so much. It will boost your damage so much because of this, especially this 2-piece effect. It will you'll be able to maintain the debuffs for you to maximize the gear classification set effect, the 4-piece one, the luck fingertip cascade. In here it says that it will give 4% additional damage to enemies affected by certain debuffs, and it stacks. So for a magician, you can maintain 5 to 6 debuffs at the same time. So that's gonna be 4 times 5 is going to be 20% additional damage. It's you like wearing additional 5 grams insignia. So take that, upgrade your accessories first, and then what gears I'll be aiming for. I read in some guide for magician that they're going for they're gonna keep the 5-piece class set because no doubt it's really good. One of the best 5-piece spec in the game right now is the magician's kit. But for me, I'd like to upgrade mine into hex gears, which is going to be 3-piece chariot, 1-piece unforgiving, and 1-piece cavalry. What are the pieces that I'm aiming for? It's gonna be chariot helmet, chariot gloves, and a chariot pants. So why is that, you guys wondering? Because on paper, on this one, I like to aim for it because for me it's the one that gives a better damage output compared to the other hex gears. Unforgiving pretty much focus on support, and then while cavalry, this one is perfectly can be equipped to the classes that deals multiple hits, such as blade maiden, elementalist, the new class Mistrix, which is currently I believe the one that could deal a high amount of multiple hits. So they're really good on wearing this one. But as for magician, we do have a multiple skills, but it's not really that much. We really can't maximize this one. Helmet is the best cavalry for me, by the way, and we cannot maximize this one because we already have low cooldown skills. So for me, I'd like to add more damage to my magician. If you're gonna read the 3-piece chariot, you know how long this is. It gives you tons of crit, tons of crit damage, and if ever you exceed your crit rate, it will put that excess crit rate into crit damage until 25%, and then it gives additional magic penetration, a boss increased damage that could last for 15 seconds. Okay, so why the helmet? Why not the armor? Why not the other parts? For me, helmet is one of the best chariot. easily to activate. Just use your ultimate, and then you'll give additional 20% skill damage, which is for me is one of the best damage boosts that you could get in this game. Is the skill damage. I prefer that over crit damage. And then the gloves. Once you cast your pet, it will give you additional 12% crit rate, which is you'll be needing because you want to deal, most of the classes wants to deal 100% crit rate for better damage output, right? And then for the pants, this is what I got me thinking, because the class specific pants for magician is one of the best. This bubble skill gives you plus 40% additional damage, which is the best dealing damage for a magician if you hit it all. But of course, it takes a lot of time to cast that skill, but really worth it. So yeah, so I decided to go with full hex gears, 5-piece hex gears. I'm changing it to Mighty Chariot pants, which gives me a additional physical penetration 10%. So all I have to do once I get these gloves, pants, and helmet chariot, all I have to do is cast my ultimate, and then I will already have the buff or the mark for the helm and the pants, because this one just says here that cast any active skill. And then for the gloves, I'll just have to cast the pet skill, which is now will be turned into a mournful strike that will gives us a skill damage multiplier for the next skill that we're gonna use, and then gives us the 25% crit rate and 50% crit damage. Okay, and then once these three will be my priority, and then the next priority that I'll go with is the armor. Cavalry armor. Why cavalry armor? It gives you the damage, bonus damage 12% once you deal 120 combos, which is, we will be losing once we go with full hex gears. We'll be losing this Lucky Fingertip Cascade that's our one of the key damage output. This additional 4% on each debuffs on target. So I like to keep that so we won't lose that 4-piece side effect that much. We can still deal 12%, but on a different condition. And then for the boots, for the last piece will be the Unforgiving boots. It gives you a additional magic penetration and a defense reduction to the bosses. And the piece effect alone gives you attack speed and seed rate, which is we could benefit from it as a magician. And what else we could talk about? What element I prefer as a magician? Right now I am using Pyro. See, Pyro is my highest attribute right now. Why Pyro? Because the only skill that magician has an element is the blazing trick, which is a Pyro. So I wanted to maximize Pyro, and the Scorch will be easily to be achieved. You can have that on passive, or you can get this from your accessories passive. From accessories passive. You could deal Scorch, Bleed, and Poison. Insignia. What Insignia I'm aiming for right now? This I'm using a non-hex Insignia, because that Insignia is for the super whales. That's so expensive right now. Maybe in the future, once all the whales are done getting that, maybe we could, have our chance for our F2P players to get those insignias. So what insignias I'm aiming for right now is Garamas, especially that one. So here's my insignia. I think I can wait. How do I check all my insignia? Is this one? Edit? Yeah, this one. So insignia that I'm aiming for the weapon, go with Crag insignia that gives pyro. Since I don't have that gold yet to buy the Crag, so I'm using the 50 pesos per stop up. I think, oh no, it is a 50 pesos or $1 pack. Secret damage 8%. And for the helm, I'd like it to be a Andre. I like to use two-piece Andre for helm and ring, but it's too expensive right now and everyone is currently aiming for it. As you can see, my ring is only level 1, so I've decided to go with Kernos for now, which gives you a intelligence that boosts your magic attack. It's a good placeholder for now until we could get our hands with the Andre insignia. And then I'll go with gloves. Big Brotherhood gives you pyro enhancement and then additional damage on a scorched target, which is we do have that on our passive skills in our accessories, two-piece effect. And then for the boots, I'd like it to be the Ancient Guardian. Ancient Guardian Charm gives you attack speed, CD rate. For the necklace, you could go for necklace and bracer. I think you could go with either Clockwork or Thunderbolt. Which one you needed? But I oh my god, this reset now. I chose each one for my gear. I went for one Clockwork, one Thunderbolt, and of course for the seal and pants, go with Garamus. Always go for it, as everybody is. But for now, for my pants, I was only able to go with Saw Blade because it's cheaper and a good placeholder until I get the another Garamus. So seal Garamus, and then of course Tower Shield for your brooch and armor. Right now I'm just using the purple one that gives a 3% attack. It's pretty much very cheap. If you don't have the Tower Shield yet, go for this one. Let's talk about the skills. As you know, on my previous video, I have been using the tornado, but I already switched to level 45 now. The Bleak Illusion, because we were able to upgrade it multiple times. We were able to get multiple cooldown reduction for these skills, so it's pretty much worth it to use now. And then I'll just leave the skill set, the code for my skill set on the comment section or in the description on this video, so have a check on that one if you're interested. And then what pet I'm using, I am using Terrible Tornado and the fox. My Terrible Tornado, I know this is a scam pet. I'm with you guys. I bought this one because it gives a buffs for my allies, but eventually it's really for your own buffs only, for the masters buffs only. And well, still pretty much good, a very decent pet if you don't have Mystic Cat. But once you have a Mystic Cat, I will go with Mystic Cat and Fax combo. But since I don't have it, since we're only pretty much F2P here, so I went with the Crystallis Fax or the Crystal Fax, and then Tatsumaki or the Terrible Tornado. That combo alone gives us a really good damage. This one gives you an element, 12 element, and CD rate. And this skill, Psychic Rush, I don't know, it's really good skill, additional, like it deals 5,000% damage. I think this is the highest that I could on the current pet that we have right now. So here's my new rotation after I completed all the gears for my magician. So as you know, in my previous video, I recommended using Tornado because we don't have that much magician gears yet. But once you've completed it, pretty much you're going to switch into a Bleak Illusion because your level 60 weapon will improve your bleak illusion, and also your brush and seal will reduce its cooldown, and then from your set piece effect it will pretty much, you'll have a tons of upgrades for this one. So once you've completed your magician gears, go with bleak illusion. So let me show you my opener. As you know, opener is a very critical in your rotation. These were like the one who will dictate what damage output you'll get. So for me, this is the best opener for magician. So what I do is I throw in first my blazing trick to apply some scorch, since we have big brotherhood insignia, so I want it to be maximized. So I throw in my blazing trick, pop my pet skill, and then into bleak illusion. After that, I'd like to hit like normal attack first, just to get rid of that clubs or blue on my deck, and then hit levitation magic to get rid of the hearts. So I want to maximize this diamond effect, which reduce the skill cooldown on the skill that we're gonna use it. So for me, I want it to be, I want to get as much as diamond here before I use my awakening skill. So after I use blazing trick into pet skill into bleak illusion, I will do some few normal attack and then levitation magic before I pop my awakening skill. So it could have a very low cooldown. So blazing trick, pet skill, bleak illusion, do some normal hits, levitation magic, and then awakening skill. So I pop a pretty much good diamond. I have a pretty much good diamond there. So my awakening skill will have a very low cooldown now. Here's the full rotation on my new magician skills after completing all the gears.